god. Where is the crate? I mean, is that just the crate marker that I've got? Amp for a crate that I put here because of this thing. It's like, what is going on? I missed. Doo-doo. So that's what, 17 or 16 in a percentage and 32 in a percentage. So it's like, it's almost like 49 or 50 fuel generators. And I might be able to upgrade. No, I don't think I'll be able to upgrade one because I'm pretty sure it's already maxed out at 100. I can't remember if I've got 3 slugs in it though. I think I just set it at 300 because of the pipe limit. And I forgot why I came out here. Oh, and I think I've got the last one in each set from Mark 1 versus Mark 2. The last fuel generator is set to a percentage that equals the amount of fuel being produced from the amount of oil from these things. And then I turn it down by like 1 or 2% on top of that. So that means that this whole set of generators can never consume more fuel than this thing can produce. This thing always produced like a fraction more. I came out here for crates. I see it on the thing now. Why won't it let me click the marker? And now it's not going to let me see the stamp because the crate is in the way. And why doesn't it list the stamps on this thing? Where the hell did the stamp that I just go make? So I have to hide the crates then, I guess? Yeah, it looks all weird. I'm gonna restart it. I mean, I'm not sure if it's intentional or, you know, it's like a lighting thing with the sun or whatever, or if it's just messed up, but I'm not stopping the stream, I'm just closing this thing and restarting it. The nice part about this game is it does load pretty fast. I mean, Rust comes to mind where, like, again, not talking bad about the game, but just observationally, it takes a long time to load the game. And I don't have a horrible computer. I don't have a bleeding edge, brandy new computer, but and it doesn't take forever to load on my computer. Like, I tried to load the server on my, what is basically like a, you know, kind of like just an office computer. It's the other laptop I've got is freaking. It took like an hour to load the dedicated server. I mean, like, again, not talking bad about the game. I just want to make that clear, like. It's like I have no memory of this place. No, I am starting to get lost when I go through. I have to look at what parts are being mixed with whatever parts to get my bearings of where I am in the factory. Like, where am I? I need to make supercomputers. I think I'll just start with the one supercomputer maker, because it's still relatively early in the playthrough. Like, knowing how to do stuff really helps, you know, when you're trying to, like, get through the hub stuff and get machines and make parts, etc. Like, it's like my third or fourth playthrough, I think. So I wanted to put the supercomputers over by the AI limiters and the other thing. Whatever that thing is over there. I can't really remember. I mean, should I just start with the 3? Just to make it have the potential to go faster? I mean, I don't know if I have the parts to do that. I mean, if I build 3 machines, then I don't have to worry about trying to fit more machines in later if I need more machines. And then I could just turn the 2 off and just run the 1. So I'm really not making that many parts required for this, so like I think it might only just run the 1. The supercompute. Not the supercomputer, the supercompute. Should I put it on standby? Yeah. Yeah, that parts bar. When you're like aiming over here and it's right directly on the thing that you're trying to look at to line the thing up. I mean, it's like a cool idea. I get it. Like, this shows you how many parts it takes to build this thing. An option to turn it off or move it would be nice. Most of the time it's more in the way than whatever amount of parts I'm trying to look at. Like, very rarely it's helpful that tells me, oh, well, I need sheets or I need this thing or this thing. But I mean, if you made it smaller or like put it maybe on the left side, or just the option to resize it, move it, or turn it off. I mean, that would be a nice thing for games to have, is like a customizable HUD element. Just like to have that be the standard. Anybody could pretty much just drag any part anywhere that they go, and if they design the system around that in the game, I mean, it's not like, I mean, it would make it pretty easy to like generate HUD elements. Like, you can make a factory function, like you just put in whatever variables that you would typically use. Like, you have optional stuff, like if you leave out an option, it just proceeds as if the option was never entered, kind of thing. And like, you'd have an array of tooltips that correspond to different stuff. Like, I mean, so basically you just say, I want a new HUD element. You just type in its whatever you want its name to be, like big giant text on the screen, and like you name it that, and you just pass that to the element factory and it generates it. Like, I mean, depending on the language, I mean, you could even, well, not so much, that's not really a language limitation. Well, sometimes. But you could even store it all to like an array and then write it to a file. And whatever that file is, like, but just for that to be like the standard. And I said all that because it's not particularly that difficult. But that's writing it from the perspective of writing it with that in mind, which is not the same thing as trying to add it into an already existing system. Like, so I ain't saying that. I mean, and not that that's impossible, not that that's like not doable. It's just having the option to do that would be nice. If that was like a standard thing. Well, I mean, the sort button is also a thing that should be standard in pretty much every game, because pretty much every game has some sort of inventory you gotta go through. The only one I can think of off the top of my head, and it doesn't mean that there isn't others, is like Quake. Don't really have an inventory, really. Not really anything to manage there. Derp derp derpy herb derpity derp herb derp 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 herb derp. Derpy herpy derpy herpy. No, that didn't account for that. Not a big deal. Derpity herp. Why does it look off somehow? Oh, that's why. Is that the line? I don't think that's going to be far enough away. Yeah, I'm tempted to just say good enough. So now I can turn these other ones off here. Because pretty sure that's just like an insane amount of parts. But then again, I have a backlog of a bunch of other parts, so I'll just run it at 3. Let it chew through whatever amount of parts there are. So the first one is computers, which... Do I have a computer box over here somewhere? I don't think I do. I think it's over there. Derpy herp, derp, derpy derp, derp. Derpity herp. Derp, derp, derpy derp, derpity derp. Derp, derp, derpy derp. Where is my chainsaw? Yeah, I'm lost. I have no idea where my... Wait, is that it over here? No. Crap. It's gotta be like over here. Circuit boards, Caterium. Oh, I wasn't kidding before. I do get lost. Is that them over there? Derpy herp, derp, derpy derp, derp. Herpity derp. Okay, so if I put a splitter on this thing. Oh! Pretty sure this is the computer's box. No. Oh, I made it. Okay, yeah. Gonna be machines over the top of my head where I can't get out. Derp, herp, derpy, herp, derpity, derp. You know what? I just realized I can stick this to the ceiling. But at this point, it's kind of like, whatever, this is good enough. No! Computers. I can't get back up there. like a glove. Derp, derp, derpy, derp, derpity, derp. This factory brought to you by Scruffy when he's not on his break time. AI limiter. Is it this? I think it is this. Derp, derp, derpy, derp, derpy, derp. Sometimes you can have a little spaghetti as a treat. And plastic. Where am I going to get plastic over here? This looks like screws. I think the only things that I have eaten plastic are these things. Yeah, pretty happy with that. And I can just go throw parts and everything. So I need computers and plastic out here just to chew through and make a crap load of supercomputer. Herb derp herby derp herbity derp. Derp herb derpy derp. Derpy herpy derpy herpy derpy derp derp herpy derp derp. Derp. Derp, derpity derp, 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 derp. Derpity derp. And again, this is why hooking awesome sinks up to machines is bad. Having awesome sinks and needing them is different than being lazy. If you're using them as a lazy sink, you're just deleting parts and time and everything else. Like, if you can store it in a box, it's better to store it in the box. Because then you can just go throw it in like a 3X or a 6 or a 9X set of machines and just have it crank out parts. Which I gotta go get more computers. These things, I really like these. They work better than the hypertubes. It feels like they're faster. crap amount of fuel. Yeah, it's still gonna make a packager over there at oil. I think the way that I want to do that is I'll just section off a small box with a handful of plastic in it from the plastic line and grab the plastic from there and throw it in the packager box. Because whenever I need packaged fuel, one of these needed supercomputers. This did. Then again, making a fuel factory wouldn't be that bad. You know, just something to make packaged fuel. You know, in the sense that it just always runs until it's empty. Yeah, but trying to mix the packaged fuel in with the plastic, like, that line is already pretty close to getting clogged. Like, I'd have to do just a fraction of packaged fuel, but with how often I use it, that should be fine. No. Where's my crap at? Did I throw it in the box back at the base? I did. Just trying to build a storage thing, and it's like, oh, look, you're out of parts for this now. Okay. So we have some supercomputers here now. Derp, 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 derp. Yeah, I think I'm calling it a stream here. Kinda not feeling it at the moment. Well, thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. I'm clicking the button right now.